What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about point shooting. Now, as much as I can guess, there's many different styles of point shooting. I've seen people demonstrate it in different ways. One style of point shooting where people shoot down here from the hip, basically, and they just point their finger towards whatever their target is, and whatever their finger's pointing at is basically what their gun's pointing at, and they shoot like that from down here without pretty much having their eyes on the gun at all. Another style that I've noticed is what the Israeli Special Forces use, where they use a crush grip. They crush the gun from right to left, keep their body tight and everything, and whatever their body's pointing at is what they're shooting at. Another style of point shooting, and that's where basically you just use your slide and line it up or within the area that you're trying to shoot. So you're gonna notice that there's some paper plates stapled to each one of the targets. Some people would say that that's a combat effective shot. You'll notice there's also this circle inside the 8-inch paper plate, and that's about fist size. That's about the size of a heart. So I would consider that a combat effective shot. I mean, 8 inches, 4 inches, whatever you want to go with. I really don't care. All right, so we're going to start off from 3 yards, and what we're going to do is try from the hip, just pointing the finger and shooting. Only 2 were actually in the plate, 1 actually in probably the heart-sized area. Already at 3 yards, I'm already gonna stop this. I'm not gonna test this out anymore. This is obviously not very effective unless you really know what the hell you're doing. So let's move on to the next target. And on this next target, we're gonna try more of the Israeli style of point shooting, where they crush down on the guns from both sides, from right to left. They crush down on the gun and tighten up their torso, and wherever they point their body, they shoot. Without using the sights, I mean, that wasn't horrible. Most of it was in a good zone, but this is only from 3 yards away. Yeah. These are kind of out towards where my arm is. These 2 would have hit the crotch or something, but not what you want. This form of point shooting, for my skill level at least, it sucks. Other people that are trained properly can do it a lot better. I'm sure they could do better than me, but I mean, I don't know if they could stay very effective, very centered with their aim out to 7, 10, or hell, 15 yards with that style of point shooting. I would guess not. Okay, so the last style of point shooting, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna line the slide up with the target. Now, as you see, I've put electric tape over my sights. That way I cannot see my sights at all. And I'm just gonna use my slide and line it up inside the target and see how that works. So, a little bit low, but they were within the target. All right, so those 3 shots were low and 1 of them was on the target. Let's give it one more try, see if we can do it a little bit better. Okay, so we got 1, 2, and I guess that would be 3. Whenever I was at 3 yards, the point shooting was perfectly fine. If you're in a rush and you have to take shots at 3 yards and you just can use your slide for point shooting, I'd say that worked pretty good. The Israeli method from 3 yards was about just as effective, where it was a little bit under my eyesight, under my chin level. These were at my eye level where I was using the slide. These were under chin level to where I wasn't even looking. And these were all from 3 yards, and they were all over the place. And these were shooting basically from the hip. Nonetheless, they are all within the body, but would you consider them effective? I would consider from 3 yards effective on all these different methods, except for the first one. But from 7 yards, I think is just too far from point shooting. It's not accurate enough, not even close. If you can use your sights, obviously use your sights. That's obviously going to be more accurate, but we don't always have time. If someone's within 3 yards of you with a knife and they're lunging at you, I mean, you pretty much don't have a choice. Either get slashed up because you want to take your time to aim your sights, or else start putting them in. There's going to be some people that say, no, you have to get a good sight picture. And that's just the way it is. Some people are going to say, speed is everything, and then some people are going to say that accuracy is everything, that speed is fine but accuracy is final. Some people just think you need to be quick and violent, and you know, I'm kind of in between the two. I mean, I think it depends on what it's whatever the situation dictates. How close are you, and stuff like that. There's many different considerations to take into factor, but as far as point shooting goes, I say it's fine within 3 yards. You can get decent shots if you have to as a last ditch effort, but if someone's within 3 yards of you and your life is in immediate danger, I mean, obviously you're gonna have to take what you can get as quick as you can get it at 3 yards. I mean, that's not a lot of room, and whether they have a knife, a baseball bat, or a gun, whatever it is, you want to start putting shots on them as quick as possible. I say point shooting, I guess, is somewhat okay. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Take care.